I just gifted a couple of the main receivers going into this game. You know, I gifted them some cleats. Some warm, some didn't, but I was like, okay, this is just my little appreciation gift to them. Because they don't be having a lot in stock.
A fifth-round quarterback, a developmental project. Nobody expected this, but Shedeur Sanders just flipped the entire endorsement game on its head, and Nike is about to make it official with a record-breaking deal that will crown him the highest-paid rookie endorser in NFL history. We're talking about a sales explosion that blindsided everyone, from Nike's headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, all the way to NFL league offices. And it all started with one jaw-dropping number: jersey sales.
Shedeur Sanders is going to be one of the richest quarterbacks ever. Prime equity. I want you guys to understand that word, prime equity. Yesterday, I did a video about him receiving $14 million in commission from $250 million earned from his jersey sale. A lot of y'all said, Cap, that's a lie. When Shedeur signed his deal with the Browns, which was $4.6 million, there was a clause in his contract that was called prime equity. This clause ties into brand legacy and financial future to his on-the-field performance, allowing him to potentially benefit from the value he brings beyond just playing.
$250 million in jersey sales for a quarterback taken 144th overall. That's the highest rookie jersey sales figure since his father, Deion Primetime Sanders, lit up the league back in 1992. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. Sanders' 4-year rookie contract with Cleveland, $4.6 million. His personal cut from those jersey sales alone, $14 million. He's already tripled his entire base salary without playing a single regular season snap.
Shedeur Sanders has sold the most amount of jerseys out of any rookie this year, but out of the top 10 jersey sellers, he's making the least amount of money. Which got me thinking, how many jerseys would he actually have to sell in order to match his NFL salary? He's on a 4-year, $4.6 million deal, which averages about $1.16 million per year. A jersey costs $130, so he'd have to sell about 9,000 jerseys per year, or 35,736 jerseys total to pay out his NFL contract. It's crazy because if you compare it to Cam Ward, he'd have to sell over 375,000 jerseys to match his NFL contract.
Just from jersey sales, he's already banked more than his whole rookie contract, and that has NFL owners and league executives quietly losing their minds. Because if Shedeur can pull this off, what's stopping every future rookie from demanding the exact same deal? The NFL has never seen a contract structure like this. But this wasn't some overnight success story. Nike saw it coming from a mile away. Back in 2025, while Sanders was still shredding defenses at Colorado, Nike signed him as their first ever football athlete in the Zero collection. But this wasn't your standard endorsement contract. Sanders wasn't just putting his name on shoes, he was building a legacy, echoing his father's iconic 1992 Air Diamond Turf collaborations. By the time the 2026 draft arrived, Nike was fully committed. They broke months of social media silence just to hype Sanders' arrival. They rolled out a Poetry in Motion campaign, connecting his college dominance to his pro future. Custom cleats, exclusive sneakers, targeted digital content, it was everywhere. Then came draft night. Most analysts projected Sanders as a first-round talent at best, maybe second round at worst. Instead, the Browns took him in the 5th round with the 144th pick. The criticism was brutal, entitled, bad body language, more focused on his brand than winning football games. According to league executives who spoke anonymously, many now believe those character attacks were orchestrated specifically to tank his draft stock, all because of his contract demands, particularly the prime equity clause that has now turned him into a financial pioneer. Nike didn't blink. In fact, they went even harder. In the days before his first preseason game, Nike flooded social media with Sanders content, exclusive cleats, custom colorways of the Air DT Max 96, rapid-fire highlight packages. And when he finally stepped on the field against Carolina, Sanders delivered exactly what Nike paid for. 14 completions, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His poise and precision turned skeptics into believers overnight. Within hours, Nike Football dropped an ad featuring Sanders' signature watch celebration with the caption, "Only a matter of time." It racked up 200,000 likes and millions of impressions in less than 24 hours. The timing was perfect, but the scale of the reaction? Historic. The next week, jersey sales absolutely exploded. What had started as a preseason curiosity became the biggest rookie endorsement story in professional sports. Sanders had done something no rookie had ever accomplished. He built a financial empire before ever starting a regular season game. And Nike's product strategy? Surgical precision. They didn't just move jerseys, they launched an entire apparel ecosystem under the Sanders brand. Kids' jerseys, women's cuts, premium authentic Browns game jerseys priced up to $175, limited edition 200-piece sneaker drops, and $30 to $50 graphic tees. Billboards featuring his signature watch pose dominated Times Square. This was a global launch, not a regional marketing push. The mission was clear: elevate Sanders beyond football and into the world of cultural icons. Here's the game changer. Sanders isn't just collecting paychecks. Because of his contract structure, he earns a percentage of everything sold with his name on it. He's not just a brand ambassador, he's a stakeholder in his own empire. That's where the prime equity clause creates seismic shockwaves across the league. If more rookies start demanding similar deals, it could permanently reshape the power dynamic between players, teams, and sponsors. Of course, success brings scrutiny. The same executives who tanked his draft stock are now pointing to off-field distractions. Earlier this summer, Sanders was ticketed for speeding, 91 in a 65 zone and 101 in a 60. Suddenly, the media coverage turned harsher, louder, more personal. And while Sanders wasn't the first Browns player to get a speeding ticket, veterans like Myles Garrett have received similar citations without nearly the same backlash. Critics jumped on it as proof of immaturity. Then came the character critiques: entitled, blame-shifting, too flashy. Terms like confidence or swagger somehow take on a very different meaning when applied to outspoken black quarterbacks compared to their white counterparts. Sanders hasn't clapped back. He stayed mostly quiet, kept his head down, and let his performance and sales numbers speak for themselves. Still, it's obvious he's being held to a different standard, and it's feeding a media narrative that threatens to overshadow everything he's accomplished on the field. Inside the Browns' locker room, the dynamics are complicated. Sanders is battling for reps with veterans like Joe Flacco and fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel. During the preseason, Sanders posted a 106 passer rating with 1 interception compared to Gabriel's 66. The stats favor Sanders, the tape favors Sanders, but NFL politics, depth chart maneuvering, and injury concerns keep clouding the picture. His oblique injury, though officially listed as minor, served as a harsh reminder of how fast momentum can evaporate in the NFL. One bad hit or setback could derail everything. Through it all, Nike keeps charging forward. League insiders say a signature shoe line is already in development and could drop as early as 2025 under working titles like LL2C and Proto 92. This isn't just another cleat, it's a full sneaker collection. That's virtually unheard of for a rookie quarterback. To Nike, Sanders isn't just a player, he's a cultural movement. And they're not just paying him, they're building with him. This isn't about renting influence for a season or two. Nike's long-term strategy is about creating equity, the same way Sanders structured his contract. Every product release, every campaign, every viral moment is engineered to lock him into the Nike ecosystem, not just for the next year, but for the next decade. Social media engagement alone has caused Nike Football's average post performance to quadruple. Influencers, industry insiders, even rival brands are sharing the content. This isn't traditional marketing anymore. It's real-time cultural phenomenon creation. The question that hangs over everything: can Shedeur handle the pressure? Can he tune out the noise, lock in on football, and avoid becoming a cautionary tale about business overshadowing performance? Analysts keep asking, and it's a legitimate question, because if he doesn't win games, none of the money, marketing muscle, or groundbreaking contract clauses will matter. Nike can sell sneakers, the Browns can move jerseys, but in the NFL, only winning truly silences critics. Right now, Sanders is standing in the eye of the storm. Brands are betting millions on his future. Fans are buying into the movement. Critics are circling, waiting for him to slip, and every snap he takes carries weight far beyond just playing football. This is a live test case for athlete empowerment. If he succeeds, he won't just be a quarterback, he'll be the blueprint for an entirely new era in sports business. If he fails, the old guard will point to it as proof that rookies should never be given this much power. Not bad for a fifth-round pick. That's what makes this story so captivating. The stakes are higher than anyone imagined. Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing for the Cleveland Browns, he's playing for the future of athlete contracts, endorsement structures, and what it means to truly own your career as a professional athlete. And with Nike preparing to finalize what could become the richest rookie endorsement deal in NFL history, the league has a serious problem on its hands. Because right now, the entire rulebook for rookie contracts and endorsement deals is being rewritten by a late fifth-round gamble. And Shedeur Sanders isn't just making headlines on the field, he's turning his entire career into a cultural and commercial juggernaut. The Cleveland Browns drafted Sanders 144th overall, expecting him to develop quietly behind the scenes. Instead, he's become a sensation in both the business world and on the field. Reports confirm Nike is finalizing a record-breaking endorsement package that would make him the highest-paid rookie endorser in NFL history. It all started with jersey sales. In the weeks following his preseason debut, Sanders moved $250 million worth of rookie jerseys. Put that in perspective, his 4-year NFL rookie contract is worth $4.6 million. From jersey sales alone, Sanders has already pocketed $14 million, tripling his base salary before taking a single regular season snap. Sanders' secret weapon? The Prime Equity Clause, a revolutionary provision in his rookie contract that entitles him to a percentage of all revenue tied to his name, image, and likeness, including merchandise and sponsorships. Essentially, he's not just a player, he's a business partner.
Nike recognized his star potential early, signing Sanders as their first football athlete in the Zero collection while he was still dominating at Colorado. By draft night in 2025, Nike had developed custom sneakers, exclusive cleats, and a comprehensive marketing campaign bridging his college legacy to his professional debut. Despite first and second round projections, Sanders dropped to the fifth round amid whispers about entitlement and prioritizing branding over football. But those exact contract demands that scared off executives have now transformed Sanders into a financial trailblazer. On the field, Sanders delivered immediately, 14 completions, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns in preseason action. Social media erupted. Within hours, Nike released an ad featuring his signature watch celebration with the caption, "Only a matter of time." Nike didn't just sell jerseys, they launched an entire Sanders-branded apparel empire. Kids and women's jerseys, limited edition sneakers, the complete package. And because of the Prime Equity Clause, Sanders profits from every single piece. Naturally, success attracts scrutiny. Off-field incidents, speeding tickets, and character attacks have generated more media attention than similar infractions by veteran players. Analysts keep asking, can Sanders block out the noise, stay locked in, and let his performance speak louder than controversy? Competition in the Browns' locker room is fierce, and injuries can change everything in an instant. But Nike keeps doubling down, developing a signature shoe collection for Sanders that could redefine how brands invest in emerging athletes. Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing for the Browns, he's playing for the future of athlete contracts, endorsement deals, and what it means to be a modern professional athlete. What he accomplishes on and off the field could pave the way for an entirely new era.